We better think...
Oh, it's you two again. This is the third time today we've run into each other. Why, of course I will. What do you make of this? It portrays a... It's as if the art... Not at all. I suppose... So?
Not exactly.
Let's walk and talk. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But, with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Bella...
Oh. So, how...
We,
I understand. However, I appreciate the strategic, but... Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? The exhibit...
So you're basically saying the Belabogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life.
I'm not sure it's as poetic as that.
I commend.
Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Eurillo 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one? I absolutely adore them.
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Eurillo 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
So, what now? We spent 8... You sure? I guess Miss... Did someone send you... Huh? Seriously? I really did jinx us. I guess
Wonder if I'll discover any rare swords.
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad? It's bad. Really bad. Nobody's been seriously hurt. But a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. What's the matter?
What's going on inside?
A few months. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation. Whatever that means. Who?
We were just talking.
The person you're talking about. Potaz, Pazto, whatever her... Hey, you two!
You guys... what's...
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one... do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows...
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that—
Team leader?
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
Repay. Eternal sleep is not— The dead return!
Strike with heart!
Oh, trifling.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Let's settle this. Follow my charge. Hear this thunder!
Together as one!
That's it.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? What a joke.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready.
Caught your breath yet? Right after we finished chatting with... Did it take the quicker we handled...
Ready for action? It's time to kick the IPC out of the underworld. Let's get moving.
Hello. It's Mr. Svarog, isn't it?
Hello, miss.
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh?
She is not to guess. Go, Clara. Everything will...
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond...
You bear the insignia of the interastral peace.
Straight to the point. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPs. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless. No, I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests. Analysis failed.
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last... I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons. Enough to... This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as...
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
All the miners here, huddled together. Anyone else getting deja vu?
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that
What?
the IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so... Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying? Wow, that's so deep.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants...
Looks like they want to find their master.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything!
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I guess they want to do this the hard way.
Time for Radiant Spirit. Heed my word. Show no mercy!
A one-time enemy. Blade and flight! Bad luck.
Let's settle this. Here, this thunder!
I see through you. No matter. All things in this world have their laws. Human creations! Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there!
We'll see who's...
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation.
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by... I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences.
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. You know, Topaz, it doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has been cases where debtors...
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to...
Don't blame me.
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem peacefully. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful?
If I knew things were gonna get this... Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this...
Help me improve. Blade and flight! Bad luck.
You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom. 1,000 thanks. Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead return! Conflict is pitiless. I underestimated you.
Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Time. Show no mercy. Follow my charge. Hear this thunder. Was that it? Major.
All things in this world have human creations.
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
I'll see you off. A foregone conclusion. Eternal sleep is the dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
I see through you.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. Bad luck.
Re-energize.
You chose the wrong enemy. Oh. There's no time to lose. Here, this thunder. Time for the... Show no mercy. I underestimated you.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Converge and awaken. Human creations. Yin and yang.
Bloom. Repay. Eternal sleep. The dead return! Follow my charge.
Blade and flight!
Was that it?
How many can you block? The sword is like water. It cannot remain still. Strike with heart!
I'll see you off. There's no time to lose. Here, this thunder!
A quick divination.
Nothing major.
Blade and flight!
Who are you?
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop them?
Darn it. I'm on.
Sir, we've just received word.
Director Toad.
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
So, So, are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. So, who is this Topaz?
You should probably ask...
Why did...
Oh, looks like we've got a... Huh, I get the feeling Bronya's worried. Are you coming with us?
Go on without me. Bronya messaged you.
Got it, Zila. Well, come on, to Klipoth.
These guys don't look like secrets.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Belobog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy.
That's what friends are for, Bronya. You don't...
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while. They're moving quickly. The silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again?
That's the reason I asked for you. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter. Please, take a look at the contents. And the...
Miss Bronya, if you'll permit me, in your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel. But in reality, we all have a story to tell. My home planet was extremely resource poor. Given these circumstances, the natural environment, my home was facing its demise. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. 2 years after signing the contract, when I was finally old, I am writing, I know freedom is how many I have already negotiated. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision. Because of the...
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I'm inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to... In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be this planet's fate. The civilization it carries, everything that's happened here, and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind.
Right.
Topaz hasn't given me much. I wanted to put it to I'll convene the Klipoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
I think we should leave. We've got your back.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right?
Careful now. Don't get your clothes wet.
We meet again. Uh-oh. That look on your face sounds serious. Really?
We don't have...
Wait. Okay. If it were up... I've looked at... And that's assumed if the IP... Building a better...
I see. Thanks for your...
Shift the balance.
Well, look who we have here! Uh-oh, sounds...
What?
It's okay.
What?
Surprised? Signing this as for,
Thanks for your
Come around.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them. Do you need my opinion? I'm happy to help. So that's who they are. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure.
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time. What's your take?
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their...
A soldier's perspective is always valuable. Thanks for your input. I'll make a... Did we miss anyone in the overworld? From what I've gathered...
Wonder if I'll discover any rare swords.
What brings you two to the underworld? Seems a little out of the...
No stress.
I've thought about... I won't deny, but even so, a quote at living in the
Wow. Another vote for the against pile.
No, but let me guess. Well, I see. That's a tricky situation.
Mr. Oleg.
Want to hear that? If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, then I think the answer is clear. Have you considered the opposite? What worries me the most is...
I think so too. Thank you for your...
Miss March,
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog.
What?
I'm not
what? True.
Huh?
It's all right, Clara.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision. Because everyone has just...
just the thought of our lives being predestined from... Thanks, Clara. All that so, the votes are completely... Oh, right! She's probably...
Back so... Are you feeling? I can tell from your tone that
Yeah, you did...
Right.
As it's...
In that case...
What?
No. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I... The vote is tied. If I were to... I'll respect whatever decision she makes.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make. It's times like these that a leader must...
Right. If she asks you...
Well, right?
Haha! It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
March, you're back. So?
We talked to people...
What was Zila's I should have known.
Did you come to a conclusion with...
It's pretty much the same situation here. The time has come to make a decision.
How could you...
Enough! All of you! I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, Mark.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently if we had known of your arrival beforehand.
I understand, Miss Branya. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the... I hesitate to call... It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the...
information?
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, but there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have...
You mean...
Performing ecologic... According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate...
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly...
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only... Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice.
Astral friends, I need some time to rally all the... Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be...
Belobog's future is not for sale. Stay safe, everyone.
Japard should be waiting for us. Here we go again.
It's hard for a wanderer to find rest in this world.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation, and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set. Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is...
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed with...
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning?
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants commit...
I see. The stories about this world...
I would like to ask you a question.
Yep.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion, B?
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a help. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the...
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have...
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight.
Huh. If only my colleagues had... Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on.
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
Automaton stealth bomb?
I'll explain later.
Look, down.
Keep noise to a minimum. It's time to deploy. Are you ready? Remember,
Defining goals, thinking outside the box.
Oh no!
It's all right. Are you ready? Remember.
Oh wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
I've seen standard issue.
Correct. Hopefully the automaton. Are you ready? Remember.
I said detective teamwork.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be. This is the road that Topaz took.
Let's find her.
This time, the gloves are off! Mr. Svarog?
Greetings, outside. Such a result, Topaz, is from her perspective. While it
Unlike...
Don't worry.
Himiko's... Why would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
It's possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
Oh, hey there, slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up. This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz.
Oh, wow! I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting. Of course! The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the...
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting.
Of course! The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess.
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract. Goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for...
We needn't waste our time, March.
There's no fool. You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need. So many eager faces. Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express. The best kept secret to getting something over the line? Always be ready to turn the tables. Hell, Numby. Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Strike with heart. No, practice is over. Swords descend.
Nothing major. There's no time. Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
It came together. Converge and awaken. All things in the human creations.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Blade and flight.
Was that Nothing major. I'll see you off. Follow my charge. Here, this thunder.
A quick divination. Strike with heart. Yin and yang.
You chose the wrong enemy. There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Time for swordplay. Blade and flight. No matter.
I'll see you. Eternal sleep is the dead return! Show no mercy.
Practice is over. Swords descend. Strike with heart.
Was that it?
I see through you. Together as one. All things in this world have human creations. How many can you block? Blade and flight. No matter.
Here, this thunder.
A quick divination.
Nothing major.
Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend.
Let's settle this. Eternal sleep. The dead return! Conflict is pitiless.
Re-energize. Leveraging.
No matter. Yin and yang. Time for swordplay. I see through you.
Nothing major. You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom. Repay.
Yin and yang. All things in this world, human creations.
Show no mercy. Here, this thunder.
A quick divination. Together as one. No matter.
Is that it? I'll see you off. The dead return!
Blade in flight! Swords descend!
Incredible. Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of
Supreme...
I would never do such a thing.
More?
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short...
Help you?
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experience... Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yorilla. It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find...
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my... I admire your determination, seeing as we've come this far.
I understand. That's why I've been taking... Members of the Express?
What a dismal sight. This district... Have you been here before?
Yes. This is where we put an end to it all.
And then began again.
That's right.